All right, the Republican Party and Trump are slowly bailing on North Carolina gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson, but don't think for a second that it's because of their moral disgust at what he got caught being involved in. It's not for a second because it's the right thing to no longer stand behind him. It just looks bad. And if this guy wins, they will come crawling back to ask him for goodies. So let me kind of reset what happened. Mark Robinson is running for governor in North Carolina. He's currently the lieutenant governor. And over the last week, we learned that he said wacky things in various online venues, including that he is a black Nazi. He is black. He said he's a black Nazi. He admitted to finding a way to peep into the girls' showers in locker rooms, and he would regularly do that. He said he's into transgender pornography, which is at direct odds with everything he has said publicly about the trans community. And there's more. We started to suspect that things were going bad for Mark Robinson when Trump did a rally over the weekend in North Carolina and Robinson wasn't there, when almost all of Robinson's campaign staff quit, and when there were Trump staffers begging Mark Robinson, get out of the race because you're going to cost Trump North Carolina. And now we know that there is a lot more to it. The Daily Beast reports Trump withdraws support. Republican Party pulls funding from black Nazi Mark Robinson. Now, to be really clear, Trump hasn't actually unendorsed him. Trump has stopped supporting him. They didn't invite him to the rally. Trump's no longer talking about him or how great he is, how much he loves him or any of this stuff. The Republican Party is no longer funding him. So that is a more significant change. But here's why this is all kind of farcical in a way. Mark Robinson was going to get crushed regardless. So this is just the obvious move for self-preservation. Take a look at the latest polling out of North Carolina. This is polling from before this scandal. Stein leading by 10 among likely voters and Stein leading by 11 among registered voters. Even going back prior to that, it's Stein +5, Stein +8, and Stein +13. I can't find any poll going all the way back to, man, how far back am I going? We're back to August now. In July, there was one poll that had it as only a 1-point race. Okay, June 11th, there was a Spry Strategies poll that said Robinson was winning by 4. But the point is, if we look at the latest polls, this guy's getting crushed by double digits. So don't believe for a second that if somehow, two things. First of all, if it looked like Mark Robinson had a real shot, you would not see this going on because they would say the ends justify the means. Dangerous Democrat Stein would be terrible for the state. We've got to stay behind this guy. His personal whatever does not part of this. Okay, that's number one. Secondly, if somehow Mark Robinson figures out a way to win this race, they would immediately embrace him. They would say, our great Republican governors, we have so many, this, that, North Carolina. None of this is based on principles. It's based on damage control. The Republican Party had no problem with any of this stuff. You know, before it became clear, like, this guy just can't even win, it was, I don't even know that this stuff is necessarily stuff that he said. When J.D. Vance was asked about it, he said something like, I don't not believe Mark Robinson's explanation, you know, just double negatives, all of this nonsense. And all of the evidence as to why the Republican Party took days to actually start pulling away is they were calculating, does this guy have a chance? Does he not? How bad is the PR going to get? The second that the toxicity to chance to win ratio became what it is now, they said, nope, this is too much. They have no moral authority on any of these topics. It's all transactional in MAGA. The ends justify the means, no matter how much you're sacrificing in terms of morals or values, even your own stated morals or values. And now they are doing this. Now, he's going to get crushed. He's going to get crushed, especially now. But rest assured, if he somehow figured out a way to win this thing, they would just be like, hey, we won. We've got a governor. Great news.